How's it going, everyone? JNUG falls below 14. I was looking at the indices. Looks a little bearish up here. That long leg. JNUG falls below 14. Hang on a second. The indices looks a little bearish up here. That long leg. Whoop. I don't like repeating yourself. Hate that. So it looks a little bearish up there on the indices there. Miners are all just taking a dump. Well below 14 now. Broken previous lows. So once it breaks down, it's going to take forever for it to recover. So JNUG, the rest of them, I don't know. It's got to return promptly, or momentum's going to continue. Something's got to stop it, reverse it, and it's got to recover, or momentum will carry. So there you go. That's a little momentum lesson, I guess. Sayonara. So all the work we did on that. Looking for a bottom, looking for the pops. I got nothing. Breaking previous lows. It's got to reverse pronto. This does not look good. Taking another leg. Looks like I got support at 1150 and all the way down to 7. Let's call it 8. With the JNUG. Very nasty ride for those. We got higher lows on the dollar. That's the daily chart. S&P looks like we opened down. I'm looking for a confirmation on that previous candle. Lower than the previous candle. That long wick pointing up, or the long wick pointing down with the short wick on top, acts like a reversal bar. It's not a perfect doji or hammer or hangman, but it has that trading action. And then the open up, closing in, encompassing the previous body. We got some bearish action going on here. So we'll see how this ends up. 3-bar pattern working. Mentioned the hanging man. The Dow Jones opened up, closing in. This hanging man is confirming as a hammer for now, but see if it follows suit. NASDAQ, look how that crushed over. That's a more of a doji. Small body. It's not a doji. It's a smaller body, closer to a doji than previously assessed. That is very tight, high and tight. Hanging man. Closing below the 813, back into the 813, back into support, back in, rejected. Now we got a little bullish piercing pattern forming, but it's got to close all the way up previous candle, 50%. It's about 63. So let's see how that turns out. Crude, I was noticing crude daily chart. I got a higher low. It's been running for a while. Maybe it needs to rest. Still has support though. But we are showing a little bit of a bearishness pattern up there. We turn around on the dime at any moment. I think that's it for now on the reviews. Let's see if we can find something here. GOHE, we followed that yesterday. Hopefully someone found a previous break. Lithium's up today. Uranium's all over the place. Definitely bullish on it. Got some uranium. GVXXF. I was told to reiterate the fact that this is something that all the head miners, the analysts, are watching and they are liking. So we had a previous break on the daily. Previous breaks at 34. That could be a very big break on the long-term chart. It's a very new issue. But I guess they're watching it closely. Little gapper. Looking for volume. A little gap off the bottom here, off the 8 into the 13, gapping into the 13. Let's see if this will run. We're straight over resistance. Little hammer, confirming that hammer. Nice acceleration there. Nice. What's up, Hi-Ho? Hope you buy some silver, man. It is cheap. Something to watch here. The little gaps off the bottom, the breakaways. Preceding, or what do you want to call it, beforehand is a hammer. Confirming that hammer, gapping into resistance. See if this will just blow right outside of there. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Depot, little gapper. Into resistance, I'd watch that. It's a little heavier resistance coming into the trend line coming down. So let's see. Lots of volume though. Happy morning and coffee to everybody. That one looks good. It just needs some volume. Some of these sometimes are not following suit here. GL. A lot of things on their high on this oil chart here. Watch this here. If you're guessing, I'm looking at all the ones with the green boxes. Those are the ones on their highs. Over here is the percentage volume of the percentage of the average volume. So Cure, look at Cure. Okay, it gapped. It's got good volume. Looking for this thing to break previous highs is what I'm looking for. Looking for support. Not much of a chart on the 60-minute chart, but looks like 115, 116 is a great buy. Previous highs are stuck at, well, it already came down and touched a little tappy at the previous highs at 120. So look for this thing to turn around, breaking previous highs and running. Yep. I don't see any volume there. So there you go. Purpose of the videos is to teach you how to fish. Oh, look at that. Followed this one yesterday. Hope someone, maybe it doesn't happen when I say it, but it gets close. I know when they're about to. I can tell when they're about to. That's a nice one. Boom. GOHE, these are the gap. This is a gap list. Maybe I should just bring this on over. These are all the gap and runs I've been accumulating for the past. Good day, Giselle. How are you? Silver sucks, huh? Percentage gaps. Volume. GBLS, GLBS. High percentage. Look at that gap. Slam it, ding dong. Come on, guys. Someone mentioned that, yeah, someone's playing very big hardball. Yeah. Shaking out all the weak hands. The long-term weak hands. That looks good. Too bad I don't have a better feed coming on my MedVed, but that looks good. Wait for any kind of pullback. We were watching this GLBS and GBLX, GOHE. Look at that, coming back into support. GOHE, watch that one for a good one. Let's see if it'll fill the gap first. Let's just keep this one open. I like that. Let's see. Let's make sure we get this one. Peg it. You're gonna peg it down. LBME is trying to get away from the ETFs that COMEX gave them. Is that what you mean? I haven't heard that before. I work all day, so. EFP, what is that? Sorry. You're probably a bit more intelligent when it comes to all these different issues. EFP. Well, on Wikipedia it says explosively formed penetrator. I don't know if that's what you mean though. Thanks, Google. Something about war. Transfer mechanism for contracts. All right. Yeah, the manipulation's just really thick out there. I don't know. But see, everyone's happy. Everyone's pension is healthy, and it's going straight up. So once it starts to affect other normal people, then things will start to change. But they just keep this going. Normal people just think we're all crazy. Oh, so they're sloshing money more and more back and forth, transfer mechanisms. I'll have to look into that, Giselle. That's a good that's something I need to look into. Um, I don't think that'll ever happen. If they try anything like that, I mean, the rest of the world, the rest of the country is watching, and these people are lunatics. And I think everyone is witnessing how bad it actually is. I mean, what's California going to do to the rest of the country, or what's New York going to do to the rest of the country when the rest of the country wants one thing and these small spots or one or two states want it differently? I don't think they can do anything about it. But the deep state, yeah, I think that in the next 3 years, hopefully a second term for Trump, hopefully in the next 7 years, we can take care of this crap. We really need to go in a different direction. These people are psychopaths. The VIX is I think the VIX is looking good after that inverted hammer. It's ready. It is ready. Give me a second. I gotta let the dog in. Let the dogs out. I honestly think that Trump is just letting them dig themselves in a hole, and I think he's doing a very good job doing it. He's just playing along. He could have fired Mueller a long time ago. Um, I think Jeff Sessions is in on it. I think they both know about the uranium deals that were going on. I think they're both just setting traps as this goes on. So I hope for the best because I don't know how it got this way. There's a lot of communists running around. Well, another thing is I think they flipped Mueller. I think that I mean Mueller hand delivered uranium to the Russians. Hand delivered. Actually got on a plane, took uranium with them, and hand delivered it to the Russians. I mean, I bet you the military came in and said, you know what, we're gonna grab you, we're gonna detain you. You will not see the light of day ever again. You'll have military tribunals if you don't do what we tell you to do. So I think in the background there's a little hush hush secret investigations going on. All these stories of the indictments and stuff. I mean, if that's not true, then I'm just being hopeful. But something's afoot. Flynn has nothing to do with Trump. They like to think it is, but they're absolutely nothing. Trump didn't do anything wrong. I think Trump's just playing along, letting him just dig a hole. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do. Don't engage him. Let him dig a hole. Catch him in the act. Oh, we should pray for the guy because they are out to get him. He's playing hardball. He's playing along, playing politics. He's got a lot of enemies on each side. The neocons on the right, the crazy lunatics on the left. I don't know. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Slam a dam a ding dong. IGC, that looks good. Look at that monthly chart break. Coming in. Boom, boom time. IGC, watch that one. Depot's still on its highs. The gap and run. Classic. Lots of volume over here. Look at these. Lots of volume. Lots of volume. Waiting for that one to figure out where it's going. Is it going to fill or is it going to run? GUHE, that's filling. Watch that one for a reversal on the looks good. Stupid JNUG. Who knew it would go down to 1350? What a retarded thing. Gaps everywhere. It's the gap day. More coffee, please. Let's see if we can't find anything more here. Cure, top of the list on the gaps on my scanner. Cure again. Nah, there'll be more, dude. No worries. There'll be more. Well, you know, you got to look at it a little more objectively too, because when it breaks previous highs, you'll have support. So if it does break, about that VIX, yeah, it's getting ready, isn't it? If it breaks previous highs, then you have support, and that's a whole bottom pattern it's confirming. So you'll have a bunch of support if it breaks that high. So think of it that way. That's a daily chart. Weekly, it's not even started yet. So think of it differently. I know it's up 40%, but whamba bamba bing bong, and it's going to go to $3 on that weekly chart. Just make sure you keep support, all right? Don't scream at me when it falls over and it doesn't hold. Keep the previous highs as your support. Slam-a-dam-a-ding dong. But it's a tricky play. Gaps are, once you understand the gaps, and not bad, not bad. The VIX is gearing up, man. Got a bullish harami forming on the daily, or not forming, showing. That long leg over here. I'm sorry, I said that was an inverted hammer. I didn't see that wick. That's not an inverted hammer, but it has that style. You know what I mean? Into resistance, back into support. The inverted. Well, once you learn them, once you learn momentum, I would just concentrate on learning momentum. Once you learn momentum, I mean, follow the bouncing ball. You know how I always say that? Just make sure you keep above support, and I think you'll be all right. I mean, odds are. I mean, the gap came off the bottom. That's a breakaway gap. Gaps, once the gaps start, the enthusiasm, it shows enthusiasm. I got some resistance up here at 2 o'clock into the next gap at 2:30, all the way into $3, all the way up to 5. So my guess is hold 150 and let it rip. Let's just keep an eye on that 1 minute then. Follow that 8 on the 1 minute there. Stay above previous highs on the way up. Breaking previous highs again. You got a little bit of support there. That looks like 160 now. Oh, come on. Stupid Ameritrade. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. One thing to know about gaps on the open, in the first 15 minutes, you'll understand whether it's going to fill or if it's going to run. Because on the open, everything is setting the pace. And if it fills, then the pace is not enthusiastic. But it should be in the first 15 minutes of the gap. It's either going to fill or it's going to run. And the gaps that I'm showing you are gaps from the bottom. So on these, like look at this one, it came all the way back in, but then we have another one, you know? Ooh, scary. Very scary. You can always play the scalping game with gaps if you want. Oh, I know what my problem is. Dumb. I was being retarded. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 low volume popper, BPSR. Ooh, ooh, ooh. JNUG on its lows again. Thanks, JNUG, for all the great experiences that you gave us. Now, move on to something else. IGC. I like that chart. I like that IGC chart. Watch that one. I know, right? I left you a little message over there at the what's that stock room? What the hell is that called? Hip chat. I left you a little message over there. Said right before the move. Said now is the time. LTC. That was like a week ago though. Do or die. I think I said it's do or die for LTC. Looking for a turnaround on this one. Oh my god, come on. Sensitive. All right, so the 1 minute's breaking down on this one. I got support now at 142. If it breaks here, it's just riding a last line of defense on support. A small little reversal bar up there. I want to get back above previous highs. So once it breaks previous highs, you're liable to ride the range in. So I'm looking for support on that 34 to move up just a tiny bit through time. Dash was a great rally. Yeah, I think maybe you caught that one too. Showing a double top on Dash now. Dash was a great run. That's a nice little pattern right here, pattern break right here. That was beautiful. I'm thinking BTG is gonna pick up the pace here as soon as it gets permission. Bitcoin Gold. Looks like we found support. I haven't seen the VIX move though. You buy options with that VIX? Can you do that? Is that what you mean by making a lot of money? I've never bought the VIX before. Okay, I see what you mean then. Yeah. My little baby is the EOS it's coming in a little bit, trying to hold its own. Where's the other per EOS per Bitcoin? It's holding support. I'm wondering if it's going to break down, give me a chance to gather its legs, try again. It's not bad for me. I like it. I bought it at 65 cents I was buying it all the way in every week, all the way in on this little dip. Ended up catching the bottom and ran up all the way past 4. Yeah. It's coming in. Now we got a lower high on this. So this one's got to settle in, make another opposing point, come back through. So we'll have to keep an eye on this for another day move. Here. Slam a damn a ding dong. Held support. 1300% 8% of the average volume. That's a pretty good hike in volume. Missed that one because my merit trade wasn't set. Looking for a turn on this bad boy. The support, little island bottom here. We hold support here, we're gonna get an island bottom. Daily doesn't look like bearish. I would look for a lower high, maybe a double top. As it runs up, 2-bar reversal into support coming back up. Usually it comes in as a lower high or a double top. But if the trend is actually wanting to change, no, that weekly, that's a bullish retrace down the weekly. Oh, you're on the I see. You're on the no, it looks pretty bullish on the 5-hour chart. Coming across the 34 on the 144-minute chart. That looks good, Maria. Not a bearish retrace, it's a bullish retrace on the weekly. Over the 34 is a bullish retrace back into the 34. Bearish retrace is breaking down the 34 back into the 34. That looks good, Maria. Nice. You can get some volume as you were skeptical. It's 43% of the average volume. So you got some room to grow here, volume-wise. Monthly, look at the monthly. You got resistance coming in around 550. Previous lows coming in right over there. Good eye, Maria. Cure is up 75%. Slam it, everything, no. Cure for the win. I'm glad someone mentioned that someone made $33,000 live using gaps. So I just tweaked my scans a little bit. Now I got gaps everywhere. Watching for volume. Watch that one for a dollar break. Previous high breaks, looks like previous high breaks, a double top there at 115. Let's set a course. Pop, 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 pop. What the freak, man? 90%? Are you kidding me? Where's resistance? Where's resistance, guys? Where? Where is it going to stop? I got a gap. Gaps have huge amounts of resistance. So it's blowing through there. Watch for a reversal. Volume just carried it through. Watch for the top of the gap now. Into 3. Oh, that'd be amazing if it hit 3. Wow. Wow. A little reversal bar forming on the 1 minute. Watch for the confirmation on the downside. That's a doji. If it confirms on the downside, watch out below. It's that gap. Huge amounts of resistance at gaps. Yes. Buy more silver. If we take out that gap, we could just fill the next range of things. We break that high. You got support at the other gap too. So maybe come down into 2 o'clock. I've only got one little reversal, so let's not confirm it yet. Looks like a little accumulation, right? Higher lows, higher highs. See what happens. Looks like some. Now we got a lower high. Confirming the doji. Watch out below. I got support at 2. See what happens. Got to confirm first. That gap over here matching up with the 8 over here. That's pretty amazing, I think. Showing a bullish harami on the VIX now. Not anymore, actually. Coming into support. I got support down here. 10-8, 10-7, and 6. If the 8 doesn't hold here on cure, I would suggest that maybe it's over. But still holding. All I'm showing is one reversal bar confirmed. See if we can get a bounce here. Take a bullish flag into support. PLM just took off. Wasn't watching, sorry. Somebody thinks there's a retail play for Christmas. Isn't Macy's shutting down? A bunch of stores. Sears, Macy's, Target, all of them are closing stores, aren't they? Now we have resistance. So very nice run on Cure. It's got to gather its legs and try again. Once it crosses over the 8, momentum dies. But we can get this thing running later. It's just, I don't think it's going to happen within the hour. The boom and bust cycle. It's a central banking thing. VGZ's got a volume breakout. Looks like they crushed it. It wants a reverse. I got resistance at 67. Mm. Mm. I want to catch a falling knife, I guess. Try to figure it out. Nice whole hammer forming so far. 300% of the average volume, so that's pretty good. And volume's still coming in. Let's see how we're doing on silver. Oh, coming into support at 16. Is it going to hold? If it turns out to turn here, it'd be a nice little right shoulder. A little delayed right shoulder, though, to slam it. Gold's falling over, too. Damn it. Such retardedness going on. Look at this. That looks like a booming effect coming. Watch for previous high breaks on this bad boy, BSRC. And it's inside the pattern, so I'd wait for a cross outside the pattern before making a decision on that one. Nice hammer off the bottom, though. It's got to hold. That could be a bearish retrace. It's got to confirm above the daily chart. Looks like Kira wants to act responsibly and get above previous highs. It's a bearish retrace, though. Once it falls, see if it'll come back into 2. Yeah, miner's at the bottom, but we keep saying that. Damn things can't pick up their legs and move forward. Uranium is the only miners that I see that are promising. The LM just came out of nowhere, though. Look at this one doubling back. Look how much volatility it comes in. It's the second one. WAC, watch for previous high breaks as well. BPSR is the one I just mentioned. Bam, bam, slam, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, 53% of the average volume. It's got some room. Doesn't have any volume either, but what you gotta do? This lower high is bothering me, so I'd keep a watch on this for maybe a support buy at $1 instead of trying to make it run. Doesn't seem like it wants to. It made a lower high pretty definitively. Ooh, look at that. The pop and then the quick return. Watch for a previous break above that previous high, which is 73. ChineseInvestors.com. Whatever you gotta do. here. Oh my goodness. Nice reversal there. See if it's got some legs. Boom, 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 boom. Watch for the lower high and double tops now. Nope. Lower high. It's oversold too, so I'm looking for some kind of coming out of oversold. JNUG on its lows again. Good job, JNUG. Proud to be with you. Is that bounce off a 2 that we're hoping for? Maybe, maybe, maybe not. Watch for coming out. The coming out party. Sorry, I got too much crap going on there. The momentum cross on the intraday chart looks doesn't look like it's going to do anything from here on out. It's got to bounce here. Otherwise, it's going to take that measured move across the 34, which is down into the 140 range. So let's see. Other than that, let's watch something different. Copper's having a heyday today too. Broke previous lows. Gold Standard Ventures. Some volume on the short end there. Watch for the breaks. Looks like the Dow's coming back in. Oh, that's a good sign there. BIOC on the daily over the 34 back into support, confirming the previous candle break. So you have support. You have a gap to get through. It already tapped it today. So that's good for a break. If you can break it. Yeah, break it. Nice volume day. This one keeps on ticking up. Watching for the breaks. I think I'm going to start just putting this opening up with this gap scan first in the mornings. Seems to be catching a lot of the moves. Huh. Thanks, Jana, for nothing. You know what a POS that thing is? Hmm. The leaderboard? Which leaderboard are you talking about? Just everything in general? That looks promising there, that bottom J curve. PETZ? No. Yeah, PETZ. Look for the return on that one. Some odd reason my hot list isn't carrying cure. Maybe I missed it. I don't understand how those things work. How can they miss it? US exchanges. NASDAQ. I see now. Always the clinical stage. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you got that one right. They are desperate to keep this thing going. Oh, I just screwed. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Oh my god. I hate when I do that. I gotta redo my whole list. Previous low breaks on the Dow. This thing could make a big old top by the end of the week. GSV still pushing it, pushing the envelope here. GSV, a little minor. Watch that one. I got an alert set. Trendline alert that broke. It's got volume. Needs more volume. It's only 50% of the average, but boom, boom. Looks like a higher low double bottom. Outside the pattern. Over the 34. Pop, 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 pop. GOHE is one of those blockchain thingies, so that's why I really like it. So watching it for a move here. Look at the bottom chart on that GOHE. I mean, you can't explain it any better than just watch for the previous high breaks. I don't know, you can pick 3, 4, 3, 5, ultimately 4. And then it's blue skies. Definitely watch that one. Definitely. Barnes & Noble Education, there's no chart. Thanks. Oh, there it is. Nice gap. I didn't see that. Maria, weren't you watching this one? CIIX. There she blows. BTC, you're out. You're stalking. Oh my god. Stupid Ameritrade. Give me something I can watch here. New Age Farm? Let's see what I can see. Let's see what I can see. Well, damn, girl. NWDFF. There we go. Looks like it's been running for a little while. But if you can get it to break into the previous lows, you could ride up that range. You have a long-term trend that needs to break. I'm not sure where to put that line because it's a new issue. Keep an eye, Maria, keep an eye on that uranium. GVXXF. Hearing some little birdie news. It's already breaking out. I haven't had a girl stalk me in a long time. I guess I'm getting old. I was a little hottie in college. It's always nice to meet a girl that knows what she wants. So CIIX. Is that LLX? I can't tell. I think it's IIX. CIIX. It's a very nice pattern there, okay? Watch that pattern. Over the 34, back into support, then come all the way down in and just turned on a dime. Watch for the previous breaks, 74 and above. What is that, 74? 74 and above. If you break 74, you'll have previous high support, and that's the key. Make sure you have support. I was heavy in extracurricular activities in college. Yes, I was. That is a descending triangle. Only has a slight bit of support at that gap left. So I think you're right about that there, Steely. Coming out of oversold, though. No, no. Neglect that, what I just said. Coming out of overbought, coming into oversold, coming back into oversold. If it breaks down. Yeah. Looking for that third time coming off this high. Waiting for the third time it comes out of oversold. I think it's got some room to shoot down. It's on a thread. GSV still on its highs. GSV, the little miner. It's got 53% now from 49. Can't be for sure yet. You could be right if it holds support. That's the thing. It is oversold, but it came off of a big push. Yeah, no, it's that flat bottom's that's too steep. But it's going to take a spike low first if it's a bearish flag or bullish flag. I think the chances are it's going to cross over that 34 and make a measured move across. No. Bullish flags usually happen inside the pump. Yeah. Can come all the way down to 37. It looks like you got support all the way to 37. You're right that it is a bullish flag, but I think momentum is going to carry it over. The pattern's going to fail, in other words. Nice spike low here. Oh, missed that one. When is JNUG going to stop? Oh my God. All that wasted time on a stupid thing. Shows no respect by breaking down. So disappointed. Here's something to look at here. As support needs to break. Take out this little inverted hammer. I gotta head out. Keep an eye on the ones we've been watching. Gold silver ratio, let's just check it real quick. Make sure you buy some silver. Looks like it's going to break out on the upside. Remember, 84 is the high. 84 ounces per 1 ounce of gold is the high. And we're at 70, close to 79. SLV. Always on a thread, isn't it? Last line of defense right there at 1473 through SLV. Oh, shit. What's LT? GLD? I don't know. You mean the reverse head and shoulders? Oh, long term. Yeah, easy with those abbreviations. I am clueless. But no problem. Yeah, it's the old switcheroo. It's coming. Let's see. Let me see if I can find my list that I screwed up. I had it all arranged appropriately. I go back and set it up again because I screwed it up. Dow Jones looks bullish on the weekly, but the daily's coming back through. Let's see how we close today on this. I'm thinking it's the head is forming here. But we've said that before, and it's the signals constantly adding up. These signals keep adding up, so eventually it's gonna. Eventually. Been waiting. And let me see if I can find the S&P. Screwed up my list. We're getting a pump on that bad boy. It's holding support so far, the S&P. And oh, look at that. Bounce right off the 34. The bearish retrace back into resistance. Pay attention to the bearish retrace back into the 8. See if we get closing above the 8, or is it going to get rejected? Ah, man, I missed that one. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go to stupid work. More and more obligations at work. We had to fire somebody, so now I'm managing 2 offices. I'm exhausted. Hopefully EOS, my savior. I'll just work harder, put some more in EOS. Hopefully in about a year, I'll be able to retire. Yeah, I think it'll be rejected too. The tops are forming, just like you said, the head and shoulders tops. Those are heads forming on S&P and the Dow. You have the left shoulder put in, the head is forming. Watch for the breakaway on the downside, back into resistance for a bearish retrace for the right shoulder to form. That's what we're looking for. We've gone through it again and again and again, but each time it does it, it adds up. It adds and adds and adds. It acquires more and more pressure on the downside. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for your input. We'll have to keep it going. And that cure today was a sign of the times. We'll have to change this thing around. We can make a gap play every day for 100%. What do you think about that, huh? Make sure you tip your bartender if you make some money. If you don't make any money, I don't feel bad for you, and don't give me nothing. I don't deserve it. YouTube doesn't think I deserve anything either, so I'm used to the rejection. Watch for a bounce on 13. Oh, where is JNUG gonna go? I'm tired of watching JNUG. It's very disappointing. I feel like I'm where is that low? Where's that low? At 10? Jeez. Good luck with that. Try not to, what do you call it? Catch a falling knife until it gets support. So watch for 2-bar reversals. We'll have to wait for another day. Like I said, once it breaks down, it takes quite a bit of time to figure out where it's going to go. And you always has that once it breaks down, it creates another wave. So then you have to wait for those 3 points. It's a disaster. I like trading JNUG too. Not when it does this kind of crap though. But I'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm very grateful for you guys. See ya.